What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel. Today we're episode 33 of our Carolina Panthers franchise mode. We are in year 2 overall, and we are in the playoffs yet again. Last year's playoff run came to a shocking defeat against the 49ers, and where rules were questioned, and bad calls, and you had about every excuse in the book. This year, a little bit different. While we are at 87 overall, we are rocking and rolling. We are entering this playoffs, even though it's a legendary quarterback amongst the history of the NFL. He was at 58 overall. Now he somehow got boosted up to a 60. We are still trying to go on a run. We are still trying to get this Cinderella type story in the playoffs with the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. And if you missed the last episode, I still can't explain it. Overall this season, we have way more interceptions than touchdowns. Our offense has been incredibly one-dimensional, which is Christian McCaffrey and luckily quick throws to DJ Moore. Yet in the final game, win and we're in, lose, and we might just have missed the playoffs. We could just throw the interception out the way. Everyone throws interceptions on all Madden. That shows that the sliders were working as intended, I suppose. 2 touchdowns to 5 picks. I'm not the first that has suffered that type of stat line in all Madden. I won't be the last. But we went for 652 yards. Yes, it did go into the overtime, which helped us out a little bit. But we shattered the NFL record for passing yards in a single game here with Nick Foles, which was simply incredible. 168 yards Treble, 156 DJ Moore, 128 Quez, 101 Christian McCaffrey, 81 for Visca Chenault, 18 for Jared Cook. So that is the 3rd jersey of Nick Foles that is going to the NFL Hall of Fame. He has one for the 27-2 year, has one for the Eagles Super Bowl, and he now is going to get a 3rd jersey, a Carolina Panther variety, for breaking the single game passing yard record. And with that momentum, easily the most momentum we've had all year, we roll that into the playoffs where we go up against the 10-7 LA Rams. Now, the Rams have been pretty good this year. See Cooper Kupp there, monster as he is, 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns. I think Matt Stafford has 40 touchdowns. That's not what I'm most afraid of when it comes to the LA Rams. Speaking of Hall of Fame jerseys, take a look at this. So as I mentioned, Matt Stafford, 40 touchdowns, 9 picks, ageless wonder at this point in his career. Obviously, in this world, doesn't have the shot arm that he does in real life, or shoulder, whatever it is. You know, decent rushing numbers between Cam Akers, who's not out of favor like he is in real life. This is a good reality for Rams fans versus what they're currently going through in real life. Like, stop throwing Cooper Kupp out there when you guys are tanking, for God's sakes, as a Cooper Kupp fantasy owner. Van Jefferson, I love seeing Van Jefferson have a big day. Traded for Robbie Anderson. Yeah. Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey, they got some great players. Aaron Donald, this season, 81 tackles, 19 TFLs, 39 sacks. You see the passing yard, NFL record, top of the sheet, Nick Foles, by about 100 yards. Pretty impressive. 100 yards, though. Knowing that the game went to overtime, we had extra. It was like a deep overtime. We had like 2 possessions in overtime. That's impressive. But it was still, I guess it also went in the context. It's a 60 overall quarterback. You also see like Matt Schaub's up there. He was solid, but not legendary by any means. And then you just go to this, and it's not even fair. 39. That's the greatest season of all time. I know he's not going to win it. He should win MVP in this year 2 of this Panthers series. If he doesn't, and maybe he has the inside track, and you can look at this. Usually these kind of play out as, the final at this point. He's 4th. He's 4th. He's been told that he's 4th. It's a little bit like, I don't know if you guys saw that, on HBO, there's Winning Time. It's like the Lakers. Like, I'm not a big basketball guy. I am trying more and more every year to get more into basketball. I do enjoy it more so in the playoffs because the regular season's way too many throwaway games in the regular season. But they told Magic Johnson, between him and Larry Bird, right? Remember they told Magic Johnson, he asked how many votes did he get for like Rookie of the Year or whatever. And it was like a landslide for Larry Bird. The coach told him to it. Pat Riley told to him like right before the final game, and he went off, and they went up winning the championship. Feel like that's gonna happen here to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's going, I came 4th in the MVP race. I know Joe Burrow had 52 passing touchdowns, which is also very good, but 39, 100% it should be runaway for Aaron Donald. So you know what? He's, McVay, that little wiener McVay, he's gonna be telling these guys, Like, oh, I'm super fucking good memory. I'm going to remind Aaron Donald that he came 4th. 3 other people ahead of him for the MVP race. Just a little bit of extra motivation today as Aaron Donald tries to wreck. I'm assuming they're going to throw him against Taylor Moton, who's given up the most sacks in the NFL this season, and they're going to try to put our 60 overall quarterback under pressure. No one really knows where we're going to land as far as who we're going to be playing. Could be Tampa, which I do not want to see. Bucs are my least favorite team. It sucks that they're in the division. That's how I know they're my least favorite team in the NFC to go up against. But it could be Seattle. Well, most likely won't be Seattle, but it's either going to be Dallas. It could be Tampa. It could be the winner of the Packers and the Eagles. I'd almost would prefer that at this point. But we all have to just focus on one, and that is stopping Aaron Donald and getting a victory against the Rams and keeping this journey on. I will say right now, as the big picture of the series, I'm feeling good with the pacing. It's the 14th of November. I imagine by the end of this week and or next week at the latest, we'll have that patch update, which will be great. So we won't suffer the same fate that many other content creators have suffered, and you guys out there that just play this game for fun, where you franchise bricks and it's never seen before. I think we're on a great pace right now. Luckily, I was sick on the weekend, so I couldn't record anything. Sorry about that. Still a little sick, but feeling better. So that being said, like, you know, this is house money for how long this playoff run goes. But we definitely want to try to at least get one victory. And how do we want to target them? So, offensively, for the Rams, they like the short passes. It's Matt Stafford. He's an old man. They dink and dunk. So let's take away the medium pass. I think that's kind of what I want to focus on there. But Aaron Donald, it's either throwing it short or blitz counter. I don't think running it inside is going to be our strength. They're the number 1 rush defense, but they are the 22nd pass defense, which means if you can get it off and you avoid Jalen Ramsey, you can throw it before Aaron Donald gets home, you're going to have a lot of success. So throwing it short, I think, with Nick Foles is going to be key for our squad. Let's get through practice. Let's be healthy. Let's be 100%. No injuries. They don't need any extra bonuses. So on the defensive side, we are going to be full strength. Good. Defense keeps us in the games. Offensively, this is where we don't need any other challenges than what we're currently going with. Fully healthy. Nice. Did anyone step their game up this week? Any starters feel like they want to take their game to the next level? And there's no surprise. Okay, first we got Dante Jackson. Slot corner. A little bit quiet this year, given the fact that C.J. Henderson, 11 interceptions on the year. J.C. Horn, 11 interceptions. I think Jackson had 2. Coming off of 6 the year before, but I mean, he's had a different role this year. We use him a little bit more as a blitzer, and he's been solid. Darren Suttle, one of our premier draft picks on the offensive line, he's been solid. Really, that left-hand side's so much better than my right-hand side. Darren Suttle, Ike Ekwonu, that's where we like to run the football when we can. That's where we try to, you know, if we have to shift the pocket back a little bit, we'll bump it back there. We got Jerry Chen, went over 100 tackles this year. He's been very underrated, very solid for us. But as I mentioned, if someone's going to get up for this game, if someone's going to have a great week to elevate themselves, it was always going to be Keith Taylor. Now, I don't know why there's a -4 morale hit on him. Morale is sky high for Keith Taylor. He's excited for these guys ahead of this playoff matchup. I don't really know how much more else we can preview here. We have a very bad quarterback that's coming off of an outrageous game. Let's hope the wheels aren't really falling off of this. And this is our final press conference ahead of this matchup. We've been here before, but not with Luke Kuechly. This is big shoes for him, especially for him auditioning to be our head coach of the future. You're making your first playoff game. Playoff success often makes or breaks a career. How important is your first? Okay, I'm definitely not guaranteeing a win. We don't need any extra motivation for Aaron Donald. No risk, no reward. That's fine. Because if he said something that would piss him off, he'd be like, all right, Aaron Donald has 39 sacks. He's also going to have like plus 100 strength for this matchup. Let's play it safe. No expectations. We're the underdog of this playoffs. Let's make it happen, man. If I'm going to be the underdog, there's no other quarterback I would rather have. Given the landscape of quarterbacks that we have in our room, in our roster, and that are available on the open market, there is no one else other than Nick Foles that could make something happen. What jersey, personifies this underdog? We're going all black.
Look, Carolina in my city, I'ma kick it in Wakanda, wear a panther on my chest, badge your honor. Hitting 150 on the dash, burns rubber when you pass, in a swim move, get us to Bahamas. How they gon' talk like a MC, seeing me, I see CMC, I'm hit a sidestep and I'm a goner. 1, 2, 3 quarters down, let the C4 sound, cause the chip coming back to Carolina. And they be like, calling it a fluke, when we went to 50, we back now. Kuechly only Luke, we don't need the force for the smackdown. Say you in the...
One area I think we're going to be able to dominate, the offensive line. They got Rob Havenstein. That's it. Should be able to get some pressure. Should be able to put Matt Stafford under pressure. Should be able to limit Cam Akers like we just did. And if they do get the ball off, we got that secondary ready to pick them off. Oh. Big hit. Big catch. Cooper Kupp. It is annoying, though, that like Brian Burns is lined up against like the only legit lineman on the Rams. Tackle Roquan. Opens field. Oh, it's a good throw to Higbee. Come on. He tighter coverage there from Jerry Chin. Guess there's no philosophical differences right now that seem to be apparent in real life. 1st and 10. This is where, like, come on, man. They do not have a good offensive line. That's a bad drop. We got to get some pressure on Stafford. Okay, weird. Weird. Everything about that was a little weird. 3rd and 5, bend don't break. Let's go Roquan, especially see if 10 cuts into the middle of the field. Oh, well, too much focus, and they just, again, picking on Jeremy Chin. Cam Akers, easy catch and release and touchdown. It's not good. Not a good start at all, especially considering our defense is what I expect to keep us in this game. That couldn't have been any easier for the Rams offense. Look at that. I mean, at this point in the playoffs, any game could technically be Christian McCaffrey's final in a Panthers uniform, so let's make sure it's a memorable one. All right, a drop is not what we were looking for. 3rd and 3. Oh, easy throw. We'll take it. A little bit of a shot. I mean, there's a certain point where you got to trust, like, he still got 600 yards last week. Maybe we can rely on the throwing here a little bit. Look at that right there. DJ Moore midfield into Rams territory. Okay, they're matching Jalen Ramsey on DJ Moore. That's what I would do. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this play, but we'll run it anyways. You need a good offensive line to run that play. Our O-line is, especially that right-hand side, that's not a high success play. So we're gonna go 4 verts, and the breakout from last game was Tommy Tremble, 82 at tight end. This week, I assume they're gonna have a lot of Bobby Wagner covering him. You don't want to test Bobby Wagner a whole lot in coverage. And that is a bad first drive. Even with the first downs, not good enough. Not in a game like this, especially with how easy the Rams move down the field on our defense. But it is Johnny Hecker's revenge game. We get a bunch of every time he touches the football, if it's a gong. Like that. Could bode well. Special teams can win games like this for you. What a gong. Let's keep them backed up here. They do not get a first down. We gotta punish them for this bad field position. Still no pressure. Which is, I mean, it happens, right? But this is like, you know, it's in a game like this, especially in the playoffs, it's all about what matchups can you win. And we need to be winning the line of scrimmage consistently. Shot the gap. It's all Roquan. Blew that play up. Forces a punt. Great stand defense. Medium throws. I don't know. Maybe moments. It's Luke Kuechly. Maybe a moment could be big for Luke Kuechly here. Running with the house rules. Calling what the coach wants to run. Oh, okay, that was good. Come back to it. That's a throw right there where if we had like someone like Baker Mayfield, maybe he would have overthrown it because he has 94 throw power. That there where you have a noodle, kind of underthrows it so Visky can come back to it. That technically, if that was a little bit long, that would have been double coverage. 2 guys closing in there. Look at that. Let's go. Tap him out, Nick. BDN energy. Ooh, Quez! It needs to be said, in the history of this channel, there has not been a better playoff performer than Quez Watkins. Across various series, he always has his best games in the playoffs. And there's going to be some sort of hold. You know what? Also, not my usual energy drink. Not a huge fan of these ones. Shout out to Darrow's Arrows, for those that remember, where I rob and steal. But got the wrong energy drink from the store, hooking me up. Boom. Right there, DJ Moore. Take those. Get that penalty yardage back. It's a light box. If we can get to the second level, put a helmet on Bobby Wagner, this could be a good run. Or we just can't run past our guard. Again, not a huge fan of this play calling, but while this could be the following game, Chris McCaffrey, we need to utilize pretty much as many Texas routes as we can. He's the best in the business at doing that. Man, that's the second drop. Chris McCaffrey's head's not in it, man. That is his second drop in 2 drives. Gotta kick it. All right, pull some back. Pull some points back here with the field goal. Not what we needed. Not what we wanted. But we'll take it. There we go. Good pursuit on that one. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson gets the TFL. And Brian Allen, starting center for the Rams, going to be out. Doesn't matter. Haven't been able to counter or really take advantage of what should be a perceived advantage. Let's see. Maybe it's just... Okay, Cooper Kupp's not breaking tackles like that. That was a big whiff. But it's still 3rd and 10. Got to get out the field here. 3rd and long is where we have to, for sure, get out the field. Let's get Brian Burns out the edge. Pressure got there, man. That's good. Not a fan of run either. I want to stay aggressive, but... So Christian McCaffrey, 3 drives, 2 drops, and a fumble. Tell me you've checked out without telling me you've already fucking checked out, you piece of shit. He's like 99 carrying. And he fumbled. And it wasn't even like that was Aaron Donald. If that was Aaron Donald hit him, I'd be like, fuck, man, what else can you do? I was like a depth guy. All right, man. Like, what is this play calling? Fuck that, man. Are we trying to win, or are we just trying to, like, chew clock? And now Chris McCaffrey has the no fumble X factor on. Of course he does. Wow, so unrealistic. There's no way there's that many Rams fans at a Rams home game. Playoffs or not. 3rd and 13. I mean, Quez has kind of been our guy here a little bit. Especially we can split the defenders. I mean, oh my God, what a grab by Quez Watkins. Gotta always figure that's because the Rams DB there was too aggressive going for the pick. What a throw. 60 overall quarterback. On a rope, man. Nick Foles throwing these on ropes. It's like we got that North quarterback prospect of Fresno State. Nothing but ropes. Like, it literally feels like every throw is a 50-50 chance of being picked. But we're riding a lot of momentum right now. Let's run towards that left-hand side of the O-line. That's why you do it, man. Left-hand side of the O-line. Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if it makes up for the fumble, but at least breaks even for the fumble. Touchdown, CMC. Panthers up to 10. This is about to be one where it's like, all right, our matchups on the D-line, that's where I want to use it to be like, I just got to use the linebackers at this point. There's Winslow. Okay, sure, we got the guy Luke Kuechly fell in love with. Oh, it's Roquan. Linebacker blitz. The leading tackler in the NFL. Talked a little bit of shit there as well. All right, 3rd and 9. The hour out of field goal range. Let's go, baby. Get a stop. Be Roquan. Watch 10. He does not get this. He does not get that. Could be. I mean, that's a super long field goal. I think we're either going to be punt or they're going for it. They're going to be going for. Oh, they're going field goal. I don't know who their kicker is, but Tyler Bass, maybe. Damn, hell of a boot. From the logo. Woo. Man, 4 drops. And like, you're gonna have a game 4 drops in the first half. And at least 3 of them are what? Not touchdowns, but first downs, drive extenders. You know, doesn't drop the ball. Playoff Quez. Playoff Quez, baby. The run going here. We're running. We're going that left-hand side, baby. First down. Not quite timeout range just yet. Timeout range. I mean, credit's due. Aaron Donald yet to have a massive impact on this matchup yet. Probably just jinxed it. All right. What is our good play? I don't like any of these plays. I shouldn't have got no huddle. Treble. Pick. I mean, it's an edge rusher. I mean, there's been at least 5 throws I thought were picked. And I said right at the net, I should have known how to, we should have just burned a timeout. I hate those play calls. I saw my tight end on an edge, thought we could make another 50-50 blitz, man. Like, still 0 pressure. Amongst all the issues we've had, the fact that Matt Stafford hasn't had any pressure all day. We had 1 Roquan sack. I mean, it looks like we're going to be able to hold him to a field goal attempt for half, but just for how bad, how average at absolute best the Rams' offensive line is, haven't been able to capitalize whatsoever. They're going for the field goal, which they nail. We go into halftime. Let's go get the ball anyways. Need touchdown.
Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck!
All right. See you next episode. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, baby. Come on. Let's watch Higbee. We'll be Smith. We'll get Higbee. Lock him up. Lock his ass up. They go screen. I think there's going to be a hold. Oh, it's actually going to be a roughing the passer from my fucking AI. Of course. I don't know, man. It is what it is. You know what it is. You see what it is. It's we're supposed to be here, and barring a miracle this drive, we're getting exposed as a team that probably shouldn't have made the playoffs. Good throw. Oh shit, a nice deep ball. Let's go, Nick Foles. One best thing you can say about Nick Foles, man, definitely a next kind of play guy, you know? Has a bad play happen, let's just focus on the next play. Man, I literally need any of my stars to start making a play. We got guys on this defense. We have stars, superstars on this defense. As much as Aaron Donald went up, Brian Burns, second best pass rusher in the league. Can't be Rob Havenstein. Okay, kind of got it. I mean, we're getting pretty close. At least best case to sim out territory. This is fucking brutal. Not too sure what the remedy is. Probably not a 60 overall quarterback in the playoffs. Maybe that's probably the best course of, like, you know, no amount of wearing cool jerseys can go for the fact that if your quarterback is throwing on the run, it's going to be terribly inaccurate. Just curious. Am I underselling their offensive line? 73, so trash. Average. Bottom tier average. They now have a 65 center. I mean, Lewis is solid. You know what? It's It's not a good offensive line. They shouldn't be fucking road grading us like they are. But that right-hand side's not brutal. Havenstein, Damian Lewis. Good job, pass rush. Holy shit. So he had like 10 minutes. He could do his taxes back there. Matt Stafford had flashbacks when he knocked that chick off the Super Bowl float. And then just fuck off, man. Fuck off. Gotta go for it. You know why we gotta go for it? We don't make it. I'm just sipping it out, man. This is, you know, take our ass whoop. I already think I've done enough to take my ass whooping like a man. But if I mean, hey, if we can get a touchdown here, who knows? Touchdown, get a pick. Things could turn. It's not quite. It's like 98%. It's over. But we got the Nick Foles percentage. We need a touchdown here on this drive. We're gonna keep going to Quez, playoff Quez. What was? I threw it to X. Threw it to X. Dude, my fucking tight end that was open. What was that? I wasn't even under. I don't think I was under pressure. I don't think I was still in the pocket. What happened here? Little bit of pressure. This was supposed to go to my tight end. That was going to be wide open, right behind that, right behind the DB there. Like, am I tripping? Was this a fucking? Was this? Let's see here. All right. So he's planted. Pressure. You know, a little bit of pressure, not a lot of pressure. It's not like we got, like, for a throw that was this bad, that's like I was getting hit as I was throwing it. So at this point right here, like, this is where I was like, all right, I'm throwing it. Look at this. Yeah, throw it to the guy that's breaking open. Right in here. Right in this little space. I think that was a pretty good C4 read. And just... I mean, we'll give him, there's the touchdown, 4th down, don't give a fuck. Oh, there's another touchdown. I don't know, man. Just one of them days. I don't want to say it started with the McCaffrey fumble on our goal line, but it was just, you know, I'm not going to say that was the wrong result. Better team won. Our team just couldn't do anything. Defensive line had to be strong. Wasn't. DBs that have 21 picks between them had to be aggressive on the football. Weren't at all. Were non-factors. And a 60 overall quarterback. Kind of fucking 6 touchdowns. Matt Stafford against the best secondary in the NFL. The most productive secondary in the NFL. It's, you know, it's one of those ones, man. It is what it is. No sweat off my back at all. Not angry. Could play another game today because it's just one of those ones. It's just on to the next one. Unfortunately, it's the final game of the year. Zero resistance. Zero resistance to the rushing attack. I mean, we simmed it out. He still only missed 8 throws. Couldn't run the ball. Christian McCaffrey luckily did get like a garbage time touchdown to final send-off type moment. Playoff Quez was cool. Defensively, I mean, who gave up the sack? Terry Moton? How many sacks did Moton give up? 1. You know what? The only thing we did well today, as you look at this, 2 TFLs, sack for Roquan. The only thing I'd say we did well is as long as look, nothing. Aaron Donald, the greatest single season that we've ever seen, didn't even make the stat sheet. That's all you can say about that. Like, was he even fucking playing? Maybe he wasn't playing. Maybe he was hurt. Either way, fuck it. So you gotta, you know, that's a good loss. a good loss to have because there's a loss. Can't be frustrated about that loss, right? Can't be frustrated at all. There's nothing we could have fucking done. So it wasn't like we lost by one score. We lost like last year's playoff where we lost and it was, what was it? Roughing the passer on a fake punt, right? That's what it was. Or it was a fake field goal or something. We roughed like Juszczyk, that was bullshit. This year was just all right. Is what it is. Go through the motions. We shouldn't be here. So I mean, gonna roll that into the offseason. Number one passing defense, gave up 6 touchdowns in the biggest game of the year. Yeah, any way you break it down, it's just kind of like eye roll. Yeah, that's kind of what just happened. Look at how the playoffs broke down. Chiefs won, obviously. Colts beat the Chiefs 39-36. Ravens beat the Dolphins. Ravens go to the Super Bowl. That would be just the most toxic NFC Championship game. Eagles, Cowboys. And Lamar versus the overpowered Cowboys, who are overpowered because I think we know why they're overpowered in franchise. I think we know why. See which players made the Pro Bowl. Christian McCaffrey, running back 1. Again, just increasing the price of what it's going to cost to get him away from us. DJ Moore made the Pro Bowl as wide receiver 4. We got Shuttle. Hell yeah. Rookie making the Pro Bowl. Gotta love to see that. Brian Burns, defensive end 1. We got J.C. Horn, C.J. Henderson. Not surprising whatsoever. Zane Gonzalez, kicker. I think in terms of snubs, thought maybe, Jeremy Chin might have had a chance at it. Roquan being the leading tackler. Wow, Roquan, leading tackle in the NFL, didn't make it. I think that's actually probably the biggest snub. Really bad. What? We'll have our yearly award winners in. We might have a couple guys in there. Josh Allen goes home with the MVP. Should have been Aaron Donald. But that just is what it is. In the NFC Offensive Player goes to Cooper Kupp. Christian McCaffrey, runner-up. I don't necessarily agree with that, man. Christian McCaffrey, 1,000 yards receiving on 100-plus catches and was the 3rd best running back in the NFL. I think there's a little bit of robbery there. DJ Moore coming in, top 5. Hell yeah. Defensive player of the year goes to Aaron Donald. Brian Burns at 2. J.C. Horn at 4. C.J. Henderson at 5. And really, Burns, Horn, and Henderson did nothing. They were absolute ghosts in that playoff game against the Rams. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Sam Barnes. Of course, Bucs would find a way to get one of those. Defensive rookie of the year goes to Emmett Gresham of the Lions. Not Franklin Lindsay coming in number 10, I guess, making the short list. But I mean, he was just a guy, unfortunately. Quarterback goes to Aaron Rodgers. Running back goes to Christian McCaffrey. Best wide receiver goes to Cooper Kupp. Devontae, DJ Moore coming in at number 4 there. Best lineman goes to Zach Martin. Brad Christensen. Kate, it's got to be glitch. Literally my 2 backups. Great. I'm glad the thing that yields a dev trade increase doesn't have, you could put Ike Ekwonu and Subtle there for making the fucking Pro Bowl. You have Brad Christensen. Aaron Donald, D lineman of the year. Brian Burns, runner up. That is correct, at least. Don't feel robbed there too much. Linebacker goes to Shaq Barrett. Where's our leading tackle? Where is the respect? DB, J.C. Horn, C.J. Henderson. I actually kind of almost hoping this case C.J. Henderson would have won it because he needs the dev trade increase. J.C. Horn's already an X factor. Kicker. Oh, Zay Gonzalez. I'm pretty sure he was kicker of the year last year. But am I tripping? Roquan's not the leading tackler in the NFL. I know linebacker does kind of incorporate pass rushers, so it's kind of skewed there a little bit. But I swear to God, he was the leading tackle in the NFL. And if so, that's a robbery. Tackles, the old Blake Martinez debate. Tackles doesn't mean a great player, but Roquan's a great player. 15 TFLs, leading tackler by 10. By 10. And if you're putting Hightower to get all the awards, what did he do better? He had 1 more pick, less sacks, less TFLs. Fucking robbery for Roquan Smith. Get a couple upgrades, 1 for Christian McCaffrey. I mean, CMC is at that range where I guess technically if he went down an overall point, what was he, 27? He could. You're getting to that ceiling, that glass ceiling. We were selling at a perfect time for Christian McCaffrey, but at least that little boost helps him up a little bit. And then we got J.C. Horn, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Get the little +2 right there. Phenomenal corner. Amazing. Absolutely untouchable. Arguably the most untouchable player on this team. We get agility, awareness, +2 man, 1 press, and 1 tackle. Super Bowl thankfully does not go to the Dallas Cowboys as the Ravens defeat them 23-17. Lamar Jackson gets his Super Bowl and his Super Bowl MVP. All right, I want to do this live in case there's anything that's too bad. Let's look at our roster as far as dev traits are concerned going into the offseason. So we got Laviska Shenault lost his superstar, which we kind of, were expecting to a certain extent. DJ Moore went from star up to superstar, which is great. No devs lost on the offense. Tommy Tremble, no, I thought there might have been a chance he could lose his dev, but that's great. CMC kept his dev, which is, he wasn't going to lose. He's the best offensive player in the NFL, even though he wasn't recognized as such. But that, again, price is like extra, I'm not going to say it's astronomical what I'm going to want for CMC. He's handed in his transfer request. We lost a little bit of leverage there, but we're still going to sell him to the highest bidder, and there should be some pretty big bids ahead of the draft. At this point, I don't want to say that I'm looking for good players in return, but I definitely want premier picks so that we can go. We made the playoffs. We're not going to have top 5, top-ish picks to use that wiggle room to go get the quarterback that we want. So basically the plan is, unless there's like a type player offer that comes in, it's like, yeah, maybe we should do that. We're going for like picks, man, because right now it's all about securing who we think will be the top quarterback in the draft class. So as far as the offense is concerned, the only dev that happened was what we expected. Viska losing his superstar, but we still gain a superstar wide receiver in DJ Moore. Defensively, what do we got? Brian Burns. Dante Jackson went up to superstar. I'm not going to say how did that happen. I'm not going to criticize. He did the dirty work this year. Didn't get the glory of the interceptions. So I'll absolutely take Dante Jackson superstar. CJ Henderson was on star, so it'd be a lot to expect that he get that double dev trait increase. But for 11 interceptions, CJ Henderson up to a superstar dev, which is great. I'm trying to think, man, did anyone lose any devs? I think we're still just at a spot right now where I just can't believe Roquan Smith is not getting any recognition whatsoever. Should have been linebacker of the year. Should have gone up to a superstar dev. He's borderline entered the conversation of, when we start this franchise, I'll have dev trait regression on. And if things are bad, we can manually go in and fix it. Now, I'm not, because we got maybe an unjust, I'll let that be the option for you guys. We'll say right now, I'll check through the comments. I think Dante Jackson going up to superstar, given the year that he had, a little weird. So I would be very much in the side of why, if you guys think we should maybe take Dante Jackson, knock him down to superstar, which would be annoying because we're losing, the 3 of 3 right now. We have max X factor on the defense, but knock Dante Jackson down to a superstar and then bump Roquan Smith up to a superstar. If that's something you guys think we should consider, let me know in the comments below. So that is kind of how we'll leave it in closing. Let me know what you think about that. And we enter an off season where it's going to be pretty a big deal, man. A big deal. How the coaching staff kind of fills itself out here a little bit. Luke Kuechly, did Luke Kuechly, and that's a fucking terrible picture, but did Luke Kuechly do enough? I think we could probably rock and roll with Luke Kuechly, but definitely can look at opening up offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, bringing his own guys in, which I have a couple guys in place. I definitely already know who I want for my OC. DC, I don't know. Again, we'll have to figure that one out there a little bit. Might keep the current DC, given how those guys have been playing with him. But I think offensively, definitely could use more of a known commodity as it relates to a quarterback developer. Off-season, we got $14 million of salary cap. That's going to be the next episode. We're going to do like an off-season till the draft episode, because we still should be in the good until the update. November update, that is, for Madden franchise mode. But as it relates to the draft, right now it's like, all right, we're setting CMC and we need to get ourselves a quarterback. Is it going to be Shane Drew, Gary Foote, Joe North? Those are the 3 that you'd want to trade up for. You do have Max Hughes down there. That's, maybe someone would draft Greg Peters that doesn't have the scouting. They see the top 5 projection, and therefore someone like a Max Hughes could be available to us if we don't decide to be aggressive to go get our quarterback. But I really do think we need to be aggressive. We got Joel North, the rope man, out of Fresno State. He's an accurate quarterback, and that's kind of what we've had. Or you have Gary Foote out of Kentucky. Double A's, accurate as well, but you get the potential there for an elite throw power. Another thing is I have these guys 100% scouted. I feel like I still shouldn't have that gap in the ratings there. I feel like I shouldn't still have that. It's between these two thresholds. I think I should know. I don't know if that will come throughout the offseason. I mean, when we get to the final scouting, I definitely will scout these 3 quarterbacks just to know. But I think between Foote and Shane Drew, we are in the discussion of like very good quarterbacks, and I think Shane Drew is the guy. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. I think if I had to say I want to get one, if we're going to get a good haul for Christian McCaffrey, I think the plan is trading Christian McCaffrey to go up and get that monster. But then again, he's not top 5 in true talent. It's not like he's a can't miss. It's just those 3 A's and the potential of elite throw power. It's going to be hard to pass up. So definitely let me know what you guys kind of think as well on top of the dev trait thing there with Dante Jackson and Roquan Smith. What quarterback? I mean, obviously Joe North kind of writes himself for there a little bit. But, I mean, Foote and Shane Drew, I think there's going to be an element of once we get to the scouting, if one of these guys has great throw power, one of them has elite throw power, that could be the decider between the two. Because I need someone with a cannon, man. We just went through half that season, went on a run with a quarterback with like 80 throw power. Give me someone with 95, 96, 97 throw power so we can make the winners. We can play aggressive like how I want to play. But that'll do it for today, guys. We'll be back before too long with the off-season episode, so make sure you guys tune in for that one. Thank you very much for watching. If it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you back in the next one. Till next time, it's Boise 4. Say peace out. Love ya. Have a good one.